opportunity to come before you tonight and represent the Lamar County School District. I pray that you will give us guidance and wisdom that we make the right decisions for our school district. Thank you for the many blessings you've given us, and I pray that you will continue to bless and protect our community and our school district. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So if you did not grab an agenda, they're at the door, so you're welcome to grab one. The first item that you will see is our meeting procedures, and it basically just outlines that if you have not already requested and approved to appear before the board, then you will not be allowed to do so at this time. So item number 3 is the approval of the general agenda. So we have a motion.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous. Our next item is recognitions.
Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith's our Director of Transportation. He's got several recognitions tonight. So a couple of weeks ago, we normally don't talk about accidents as a positive event, but we had some bus drivers who performed amazingly in a very trying time. One of my favorite facts to tell people is that I rode with a bus driver one day with the counter. In a 45-minute route, a bus driver makes over 500 decisions in under 45 minutes. So they're constantly having to think about what to do, what they can do to keep kids safe. What we had happen on purpose to Baxterville Road, just to give you the short synopsis, we had a car that was unable to stop, moving at a high rate of speed, coming up to a bus that was stopped with their stop sign out. The driver was letting 2 kids off. The driver noticed that the car was coming, held the students on the bus, let her foot off the brake. She let her foot off the brake to mitigate the impact of the car coming in behind that. Not only protected the people in the car, protected the people in the back of the bus. Two other employees were approaching in another bus. They saw the accident. They immediately stopped. The driver went and checked on the car, which had 2 students from Purvis High School in it. And the other driver, who was a daycare employee and has kept many kids in this neighborhood, immediately went on Miss Vincent's bus and grabbed all the kindergartners and first graders and calmed them down, helped calm them down. And within about 5 minutes, another bus was there to pick up those kids. We had responded to the scene and had people under control, getting seating charged, doing what we were before the sheriff's deputies could even get there. That's how fast our drivers responded, and I am more than proud of them because they are the hardest working bus drivers we have, and I think they're the best drivers in the state, and they deserve recognition for it. So I'm going to tell you who each person was, and recognizing the driver of the bus was Miss Denise Vincent. Ms. Vincent also teaches at Purvis High.
She does. She is at Purvis High School as a teacher, so she is a cruel employee. So we're glad to have her there. The driver of the second bus that was on the scene immediately was Miss Blair Murphy. She took care of traffic and children and a whole lot of other stuff. The monitor on her bus, who took care of the first graders and kindergartners and making sure they stayed safe and not scared, was Miss Terry Nelson. And then the relief bus, who got there to take the rest of the kids home, as well as monitor and direct traffic, and was very, very direct in the way she monitored traffic and made sure that everybody stopped and gave room and kept everyone safe that was having to cross the road. Was Miss Pamela Hall. She works at Purvis Low.
I would like a blue light for my bus.
Did y'all look at
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Great job.
That's all for recognitions tonight, so if that's what you're here for, you are welcome to exit now, and there will be no hard feelings. Also, may say, y'all drive safe. Thank you for all this.
Thank y'all.
Okay, so we will move on 25 minutes.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous. The approval of the amended 25-26 11-20 budget.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous. The next item is the approval of a quote of $467,280 from Allied Eastern Indemnity Company for our workman's comp insurance.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous. Next is our approval to terminate an RPF with no purchase awarded for the Summerall and Lumberton security camera upgrade. And you'll note that we're going to have that again in the next item, so.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. And then the next item is the approval to re-advertise upgrading of security cameras for Summerall and Lumberton.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we will get that taken care of. Okay, next is an approval to the change to policies JVCD, DJD, BCBI, and CNA.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous. So our land manager matters, Mr. Taylor, because I can't say your last name. So you're going to be Mr. Taylor.
So the first item we got is the approval of to accept the bid for the diversity of forestry management for tree planting proposal. We did receive 2 bids for that. Simcoe came in at 108 and 62 cents, and Diversified was 120 50 cents per acre.
Okay, so we'll take a motion.
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous.
All right, the second thing is approval of the rental adjustment for Deborah Farrell, and it was, the old lease amount was $53, the new lease amount would be $275 a year.
Okay,
Motion. Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
That passes.
Approval of the new 40-year lease for Tina Gray. She, it was an old 99-year lease, and the new lease amount would be $175 a year.
Okay,
Motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
That passes.
Approval of the new 40-year lease for Lou and Shonda Taylor. It was a, new lease amount is $450 per year, the old lease amount was $250.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes.
Approval of the new 40-year lease for Donna Ray. Now, this one, this is an old Alice Ray lease. It was deeded to Donna Ray upon death. And the old lease amount was $115 per year, the new lease amount is $441 per year.
Okay,
Motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
That passes.
All right, now the last one, this one was kind of pushed through, they're trying to close by the end of the month. The assignment of a lease number 280 from Annette Davis to Tice Prince with a cancellation of the old lease and a new 40-year lease.
All right, I was in that meeting. Yeah, we didn't call it that. Okay.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that is also unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Caleb. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, superintendent report. Start with you.
Good afternoon, evening. Thank y'all for being here today. First of all, just want to start off with, we did receive the official word from the Mississippi Department of Education that Lamar County School District is accredited once again. There were no findings for the school district, so we did get our formal accreditation letter in the mail actually yesterday. Also, we're talking about the Mississippi Department of Education. They are wanting us statewide to push the awareness of school attendance. This month of September, Mr. Bohannon was actually at a chronic absenteeism conference for the last 2 days. Liz Feminier of our social media has been doing a fantastic job of getting that out there daily. So just wanting to point out, just the slightest miss of school will cause students to be behind. Secondary level, could lead to increased dropout rate and not finishing. So just wanting to make awareness of that and try to show that we need our kids at school. We can't educate them if we don't have them there. That also includes getting them there on time. I know several of our principals, our elementary principals, have actually sent out messages this week. Hey, remember, school starts 7:30, not 7:35. Just that little bit of time gets off their routines and everything there. So just, again, wanting to highlight the awareness of school attendance. This Saturday, the University of Southern Mississippi is hosting an Educator Appreciation Day at their ball game against Appalachian State, and they're inviting all educators there for some reduced tickets. But there also was special for us is Miss Ashley Barefoot, the Mississippi Teacher of the Year out at Longleaf, is is going to be recognized during that event as well. So she'll be there and representing Lamar County School District well. Ms. Jenny, you want to talk about Read for the Win?
Sure. I mentioned it at the last meeting, but it's worth mentioning again. Our parents as teachers and our early learning collaborative work together to get books in the hands of children, and we do it at football games. And from birth to 5th grade, we think it's important to have parents in the home, and this is one way for us to encourage literacy. And we handed out books last Friday in Lumberton. This Friday, we'll be handing out books to the little Bobcats, and then the next Friday, the 19th, I believe, it'll be in Purvis for the Tornadoes. And the Oak Grove one is later in October, so we're always excited about that. One other thing that we have coming up, and I think Dr. Gray will probably mention it also, our Professional Development Day, September 29th. We covet those days, and that we like to work with our teachers from kindergarten through 3rd grade. We'll be holding parent-teacher conferences, having those face-to-face conferences with parents to let them know how their children are doing in school. And our upper grades, 4th and 5th grade, will be working with our curriculum specialists on curriculum development and benchmark assessments. That's all I have.
Secondary level, just piggybacking off of what was stated, Professional Development Day, our math teachers 6th through out for one will be working to perfect our new curriculum into math. Our science teachers, middle foundations of biology and biology 1 will be meeting to update common assessments, look at benchmark data, and to update the GPS. We are planning for intersection, as I said during last month's meeting, September 30th through October 3rd. We have over 800 kids registered so far. We want to increase that number. The deadline is Friday, September 12th, but we will accept any student or parents who register after that deadline. Benchmark testing starts for high school ELC semester courses next week, so lots of things happening for us.
And just to piggyback off of that, Dr. Gray, myself, and Ms. Jenny will be meeting with all of our lead principals next week, just to talk about where they are this year, looking at test data, what they're doing moving forward, goal setting, and just reviewing, what can we do to further support them. So we've got time scheduled for every one of our lead principals next week to do that. Speaking of Summerall and Purvis, just want to make sure both recognitions went out for both of those schools this week, because last year, their last year in 4A, they both placed in the top 10 amongst the MHSAA Blue Cross Blue Shield All Sports Award. And those awards are given based on the how far you go in the playoffs and any state championships and North-South state championships that you get in all of your activities and sports. So both Summerall and Purvis were recognized as being in the top 10, so proud of both of them. See, Chief Hill is here. I want to talk about security update real quick, but before she does, I want to brag on her and her team and our local law enforcement. As you're all aware of what happened at Summerall a couple weeks ago at the middle school, a little bit of a social media threat to some kids and different things, but because of her and her team's quick action and working with local law enforcement and state agencies as well, we were able to trace and track down where that all came from, and are handling that both from a school standpoint and as a law enforcement. So I want to again publicly thank Chief Hill and her team for their work, and then also Summerall Middle and Summerall High School administrators for working alongside with them to tackle that as well. So, Chief Hill,
Yes, so
just give a quick update on, because we did implement, as an abundance of caution, the weapons detection system there at Summerall Middle and High. Just kind of give an update on where we are district-wide with that.
district-wide, we are in the process of meeting with our leadership teams at each campus for that, for the goal is to accomplish high school on daily screening, second semester, being that timeline, and then branching out to all secondary next school year. By then, moving to next school year.
A lot of planning going into that process and procedure, and I know a lot of that started today, and as we continue to talk through those things, you have other questions and different things that you come across, and just want to be able to, when we do implement with fidelity and ease, and not, we talk about school attendance, we don't want to take away from any of the time in the classroom as well, so. Two things last. One, we do have an update on the Oak Grove gym and cafeteria, the long-term fix for replacement of those HVAC units. Advertising actually started yesterday. We plan to open bids on October the 7th for that big project. And the big project construction update on our new schools related to our bond issue. We met with the architects, Mr. Clinton, myself, Hunter Andrews with Andrews Engineering, met with the architects last week to review the preliminary first draft of a full set of plans on Summerall and Purvis High School. Very pleased, great meeting. I think it's about 3.5 hours long, just going through things and making some minor tweaks and changes. But we do have a timeline to put that out to bid starting on September the 25th. Hopefully opening those bids on October the 21st. We'll probably need to set a special meeting on the week of October the 27th to hopefully approve those bids, to give a notice to proceed in December the 1st, so that we can break ground before the end of the calendar year 2025 on Summerall and Purvis High School. Again, yeah, it's very exciting. Working with Mr. Andrews on with MDOT and some things at Purvis and Highway 11. We'll just say some speed bumps that we've run across, but I think we met yesterday and talked through some things and have a plan that will satisfy both what we think we need from the school district, but also what MDOT is asking us to do as well there. And then lastly, let's talk about Oak Grove Middle School. We're on target, we believe, about 6 months later to do the same thing with Oak Grove Middle School to get started there. Oh, I'm sorry. I failed to mention that we moved into both Summerall and Purvis High School for the school year August 27, 2028 as well. So, then like I said, Oak Grove Middle School, 6 months later. I do want to publicly say that there's been a lot of chatter and people have heard, and we've done some research and looking around that Oak Grove Middle School originally planned to be out Highway 98 on west side there of 98, but after a lot of discussions and research, we have brought Oak Grove Middle School and plan to build it over by Oak Grove High School. They're off Warrior Lane, Hegwood, and extending a 16th section. So we feel like this a great thing for the Oak Grove community. It's worked with Mr. Smith's here, transportation-wise, logistics, just a lot of different things, as well as the land that it's going to be on and some roadblocks that we were running into out there on 98. So the decision was made, and we are going to be able to bring Oak Grove Middle School back into Oak Grove. And that's all I have, unless y'all have any questions.
Dr. Quick, I wanted to add, just so the public will know, we've had a lot of questions about the site, moving the site and that sort of thing. People need to understand, we knew there was going to be some issues out there, but we couldn't fully know until the bond passed. And so that's the reason, it was after the bond passed, then we really could start looking into the land. And then, the roadblocks were a little bit bigger than we thought. And so I know in speaking with Hunter Andrews, the engineer, it's going to be a lot more cost effective in moving it to where we're going to move it to now. And again, we did not know that on the front end simply for what I just mentioned, because we couldn't go ahead and spend all that money going out there and looking if the bond didn't pass. So.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. I'm glad we put all that out. So. Okay, anything else on that?
I think we're good.
Good. Okay, so our next item is to set the next regular scheduled meeting for October 14th, 2025 at Lumberton Elementary at 6 p.m. Does anyone have a comment?
I'm good.
I'm good. We're gonna assume you're good.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, all right, so we will take a motion.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that is our next meeting. So next we have our consent agenda, and Dr. Quick, do you approve of the entire consent agenda?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so any questions, Mr. LePaint?
No question.
Any questions, Mr. Carlisle?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Farmer? No questions. No questions. Okay, well, we will accept a motion. You're
Motion.
following along, it goes all the way to page 6 now, sorry. And, Mr. Carlisle gave us a motion.
Motion to accept.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And that is unanimous. So we're on the back page now. Next is other, and as far as I know, we have no other. And so the next item would be to consider executive session. It looks as though we have, a discussion on the MSBA's legislative survey, which Mr. Norton is here for that. And then, one personnel matter and a litigation update with Mr. Norton.
Make a motion to consider executive session.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes.
Make a motion, we enter executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are in executive session. Thank you.